I was feel embarrassed when I'm like, I don't know. Okay. Good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Tequila. This is a weekday morning pop culture show. Today is Monday. Happy Monday, everybody.
Yeah.
Day after Father's Day. So tonight,
Happy Father's Day.
yeah, we're recording on Father's Day right now. So happy Father's Day. We have Dog Dad mugs sent to us
Ray
from
Dunn Dog Dad mug.
yeah,
mugs.
one of our amazing AZB viewer fans.
We have his note right in front
Not
of us.
fans, fams.
Fams.
I said fams.
Viewers, gentle viewer.
Fams. We don't say fans.
Stephanie, thank you very, 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 very much.
Yeah, Stephanie. Stephanie actually sent us like a box full of stuff, so it's really cool. We do have, by the way, when we get sent stuff, we have thank you cards that we're trying to send out. And they're taking a little bit right now, but because we've been wanting to take a picture and create thank you cards, but we just have not taken any pictures.
Yeah, we have like a little box of letters and postcards from people that we're getting to. So
We're going to be sending thank yous out.
Yeah,
very soon,
we're slowly working through those.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Stephanie. We really appreciate the mugs and
It's perfect.
Love you,
for this time.
fam.
Great mugs.
They are. They're real nice. We love Ray Dunn over here. By the way, how are you doing? Good morning. Somebody called me out. Somebody said, I'll say it so nobody else is. Good morning, Alastair.
Good morning, Zachary. Well, I got the wrong coffee. We both
It
really
tastes
like
a lot sweeter than coffee you usually get.
Yes, because usually I get black coffee, but this is coffee with dulce de leche, which I did not mean to get. So it's very, very, very sweet. So I have the.
I like it. I'm about it. It might look a little different in here.
Oh, it does.
Oh, we didn't even think about it.
Because we made this table this weekend.
So we're kind of doing production for 3 different sort of show video ideas in here.
Yeah.
I have My Bloody Judy over there, a horror podcast that I work on with my buddy Ian. That corner. This corner is Alastair Reviews It.
Yes.
And then we have just assigned this wall for the morning show. And so we painted it like a blue-gray, and we made this V table that's going to be like, hopefully, figures crossed, it's supposed to be really, really efficient for everything we need to be doing.
We're trying to make it versatile, and we're trying to figure out what to do with this. Zachary painted this weekend.
Yeah.
And he's sitting on that side, and I'm sitting on this side.
This is my good side. So it's
he said that's his good side, and I tell him he doesn't have a bad side.
Whatever. So listen, he got mad at me too. He was like, I have been fighting him all weekend about having this damn seat right here because he wanted this spot since his Alastair review stuff is right there. And I told him, baby, like, I always try to make you look good. You always want me to make you look good. I always try to make you look good. Well, now I'm calling in the favor, and this is going to be my good side right here. The side with the mole. The mole's my good side. So it's the side I grow the most facial hair on. So when I have facial hair, it's...
Yeah, but guess what? Guess what I want for our anniversary?
This side.
That side.
Okay. Anniversary and birthdays, he will have this seat.
No. For the month.
Oh, baby, it's getting crazy. Okay, well, what about my birthday month? Next month.
Well, that's also our anniversary. So that doesn't work out. We'll both be on that side.
Yeah. So hopefully this table, it's in a V shape, and so it's supposed to be really efficient for everything we need to do, and hopefully we won't have to move lights around, cameras around too much, and just really, So
be able to like move it congruently because I'm starting back up with my stuff over there. And like that, I know a couple of people have asked whether we're going to be doing low-key reviews on Alastair Reviews It.
Yeah.
And we're not going to be. We're still covering it here, but we will be doing a season review at the end.
Yes.
So
we'll do a
that'll be really fun
at the end over on Alastair Reviews It. But today we're going to do something fun because we're trying to figure out what we're going to be putting on the walls and stuff like that. And if y'all ever send us anything for the wall, we'll put something on the wall.
For people who are listening,
we've been going.
We also have visuals on AZB channel on YouTube.
Yeah, so this
just saying.
I don't know yet.
You got to think about the listeners.
We're figuring it out. I don't even want to spell it out yet. So, But we were trying to figure out what we're gonna put on the wall behind us because we need like a sign. We need a coffee and tequila sign. So we are like, what are we gonna put on the wall? We both had very different ideas for what we wanted to go with here. You know the picture of Brittany, Paris, and Lindsay in the car? It's like very classic, like 2000s photo. You know, classic pop culture iconic moment.
That's what he wanted up there
with some sort of coffee and tequila lettering or something. I thought that would look so cool right there.
And I told him to add lightsabers. I said, if you're going to do it, add lightsabers. He said no lightsabers. And to that I said, well, then you can't do that. Sorry about it.
And so it's not here. And so then we were like, well, maybe we'll get like images from a bunch of different ones. And so I think that's where we're kind of going to go with. So today, while we're going through topics and just kind of covering what we covered this weekend, we're going to do a little painting. And we're going to kind of create a coffee and tequila sign for back there. So we're just going to, a little painting day. I know a lot of people who watch the Adventures of Zach and B, the painting day video. A lot of people.
Oh, the one that I set up for us.
Yes, so with the mimosas, a lot of people want us to do another one of those, and so this is kind of like that, I guess.
Less mimosas, more tequila.
Mm-hmm. I don't have any tequila.
Here, have a sip.
We've been going over concepts, and then it's not that bad. No, that one's good. Okay. It tastes a little fruity. What is in it?
No, it's just sweet. So tequila, most people don't understand that tequila is actually a sweet liquor.
Probably should have had this open. This is not great for audio.
Okay, just close your ears real quick. I am as fresh to this as everybody listening, so
yes.
So, I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, so we've been going over like concepts of what we can do like for episodes and stuff like that. And I think when we record on Thursday nights for our Friday morning episodes, I think we're gonna do like mixed drinks, like cool like tequila sunrise or something like that.
Yes.
Like a bartender night or something.
Yes. Well, we actually have a couple of cocktail books that we haven't dived into, so I think it'll be really nice to dive into that and start to build back up our bar. But while you start unpacking that, would you mind if I got into a couple of the topics?
Yeah, go for it. Let's do it.
Yes. Okay. So
we didn't really go over like how the weekend was, though.
Well, okay. Let's do the weekend a little bit. So it's been a hell of for the most part, we've basically built this table. We did a ton of housework, and we hang out with one of our friends, Sage.
Sage all day.
Yeah, so and we watched 47 Meters Down and 47 Meters Down Uncaged, which we'd seen before, but our friend had not seen yet. And guess what?
Oh, perfect little segue, baby.
Kind of a segue, isn't it?
Good job.
So we were looking at the mask. So I did scuba dive a little bit in college, and we just did the mouth ones. And you need to do gestures for the most part in order to like convey what you're saying underwater. And so we were looking at that and we're like, okay, they're talking in their masks. We were thinking about this actually during while we were watching Uncaged, and I looked it up to see what kind of mask they're using and what kind of like audio. And then one of the critics was like, and their ears are outside of the mask. And so they were actually able to do record the audio inside of the mask, but their ears were outside of the mask, so they shouldn't have actually been able to, in that situation, hear themselves.
This is one of my favorite freaking movies.
Well, the first one.
Yeah, the first one, and
the second one. There's no Mexicans in there in Mexico. It just doesn't make sense. It does not make sense.
They have a black girl.
They had a black girl, but the other girl should have been Mexican.
It seemed like what they did was they were like, we need some diversity in here. A Mexican movie, throw in a mixed girl.
Yeah,
that's what it seemed like.
It was like, oh, good intentions.
The first movie was with Mandy Moore. So fantastic movie. I highly recommend it.
It's so good. It is so good.
Down. Yeah, we're not really gonna do any spoilers here, but they have masks that they, like you said, they kind of like they breathe through and they can breathe through, and they're talking to each other throughout the whole movie that they can hear each other through this mask. And I never ever, I saw this movie years ago, never realized that
It doesn't cover their ears.
It makes no fucking sense. It makes zero sense.
But
yeah, their ears, the mask is not covering their ears. Their ears are submerged by water, but they're talking to each other the whole fucking movie.
it's crazy to think about. And the thing is, like, when I did scuba diving before, when I started doing scuba diving for my lifetime class, I freaked out because it's the mouth one where you have your nose covered and you breathe in through your mouth. And it took me a while to like figure out just to do that because I usually breathe in through my nose, and so I'd be underwater panicking about the whole situation. But 47 meters down, especially the first one, is so
very good,
so
very
good.
Worth the watch, I would say.
I really liked what you were doing there, and I don't know why you just did that.
I
really liked it.
I didn't like it all that much.
I was digging it a lot.
No.
And then you decided to just scrap it.
Let's do... Okay, so how about we do that, but we need an undercoat first. So let's do some sort of like tie-dye design first for the undercoat. And then we can go over with like beams of... Because that was going to be like beams of sunlight. And we can do that over the tie-dye.
That sounds like a multi-episode kind of thing.
I don't know if it's going to be a multi-episode. This project is making a lot more noise than I thought it was going to. So.
It is. It definitely is. The amount of wrappers. So this is an ASMR podcast where we're unwrapping things. I hope you all enjoy the audio delights.
I am going to be cutting most of this.
Maybe. Or maybe you have the pleasure of wrapping
Think
paper.
about the morning shows. Like, he should have been much more prepared. Have the brushes out, laying out, like everything. Like,
I'm surprised
really,
you
really good. I didn't think about it. I honestly didn't think about it, but we should have been much more prepared. Because with the morning show, we're doing it unedited, so it's
Yeah, we're trying to make it a continuous stream, kind of like it's live. So my next thing that I want to talk about is the hashtag Eragon remake that was trending at number 5 on Twitter, and this was
Which
kind of
tab was it trending?
On the trending tab.
Okay, like just random trending, or
no, it doesn't say random trending. It just says trending. Okay. So it was kind of started by Christopher Paolini, who is the author of the Eragon Saga or Inheritance cycle, and for most people who've seen that movie can validate that it is a really bad movie, but the books are so good, and I think that they were like a phenomenon for our generation.
It's one of
in
your
terms
favorite,
of
your favorite
oh, it's definitely one of my favorites. It's a great YA fantasy like hardcore fantasy book that takes a lot of tropes from fantasy and puts them in all in one genre. It's definitely a love letter for fantasy, and the movie was so bad. I remember when the movie came out, I was staying the night at my cousin's, and I made my aunt and uncle take us to the movies, and I was like, it's gonna be great.
So
you guys don't understand how good this is gonna be, and it was trash.
Did they all think it was trash?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've never.
No. They were pretending it was good because they knew how excited I was about it. Yeah, and it was not good at all.
So I've never seen the movie. I've never seen or read the books. I've never seen either. But I do have one question for you. Has Christopher Paolini been canceled yet?
Not yet.
It happens for everybody. Everybody gets a cancellation. Has he been canceled yet?
No, he has not been canceled. Some people call his work derivative because they're like, oh, he's copying Lord of the Rings. But he wrote his books. He started writing them when he was 16. And he's always said that they were a love letter for fantasy where like what he's doing isn't like new. It's just like in a way that he really likes it. Mm-hmm. So I don't think there's anything wrong with the books. I love the books.
Well,
so many people
have to just get canceled for the books.
Love the books. He hasn't been canceled for anything else that I know of. But he kind of started it. A lot of people got onto it because a lot of people think that series has been mismanaged, and right now it's owned. The rights are actually owned by Disney. Ooh. And so his whole thing was...
So is it going to be on Disney then?
Trying to get like a Disney Plus series or a Disney Plus movie. and a lot of people were like making artwork for it and doing this all this amazing stuff. And I think that it would really work for Disney if they do it right. It would be really, really, really awesome. And I think it's a property that people would really love. So I'm hoping that actually happens. I'm hoping some people are taking notes. And the thing is that worries me is that I know Disney as such a huge corporate monstrosity that it is, makes plans years, like 5 years ahead of time, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm hoping that they leave like some agenda open to change.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping the thing that they slot in there is an Eragon remake that is, way better than the stuff that we got.
Great adjective, babies.
Well, honestly, like I think for the first movie, the actors that they hired were great. Even the set design wasn't bad. Some of the graphics were, but the script was freaking horrible. It was so bad. Oh my gosh! And Galabatorix looked like he was in his 60s, but guess what? He's immortal. He should have looked like he was in his 20s or 30s. It just didn't make sense.
Scandalous.
This is becoming a lot browner than I
know.
thought
It's not very. I wanted to like more orange and blue in it.
We should have done that spinny thing that I did with the other stuff.
In here?
No, not in here. Well, it's something.
It's something. I mean, we're getting.
It's very unique, guys. I see the coffee. I see the coffee.
And I see the upchuck after the tequila night.
So so let us know what you guys think about the Eragon thing.
Yeah, what do you think? I don't know.
My husband couldn't care.
I don't care about Eragon. I'm sorry, baby. I will watch it with you whenever we have it come up. I do have a topic for this though. This one, like we've had all weekend to prepare for this, and we did not. So I apologize. We're gonna have better topics going into the week. But I do have something. So there was a Daily Mail article that came out about Disney, and I read it and it was interesting, but then they had a link to their source, which is Business Insider. So I went there because Daily Mail, take it with a grain of salt. But basically, let me see. Gotta make sure my timer is going too, because my camera is going to shut off at the 25-minute mark.
Ooh, I found out how to stop that, by the way, after this.
Thank you for telling me.
Well, I was going to tell you before.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
It's okay. So this is a Business Insider article by Daryl Austin. It's all about the rising costs at Disney right now. Apparently they're going up real high. You've been to Disney, right?
I've been to the Orlando Disney.
Okay.
Have you? How is that a difficult question to answer?
Sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second. I went when I was about 14-ish. So when I went to Disney, it wasn't all that great for me. I didn't really care about Disney characters all that much. And then the rides, like I think Space Mountain was closed. All the big boy rides that were like closed, I think. This was actually, we were at Disney when Michael Jackson died.
Oh no.
Yeah, so we got the news, and like all of the adults were like freaking out, and then everything on the TV, like while we were staying at our little wherever we were staying, we like rented an apartment or something like that with the rest of our family, and it was all Michael Jackson coverage, and like they were playing the Martin Bashir interview with him, just like over and over on a loop, and so we were all watching that stuff. But yeah, Disney wasn't all that fun for me. I didn't think it was all that great, because I think I was maybe just a little bit too old for it. I didn't really see the Disney magic. But then there's Disney adults, so I'm like, maybe I should give it another try.
I think that Disney is weird in terms of where it's like really, really good for young kids.
Yeah.
It's really good for adults because they have an adult side of it.
Yeah.
But it's not good for those in between.
Okay.
You know? Does that make sense?
I get that too, and I think I would want to go back because we do want to go back. I want to go to Star Wars
Galaxy's Edge.
We want to make our own lightsabers. I really want to do that, and then they just opened the Avengers campus.
The Avengers campus. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I want to go there so bad.
So
and
we are. Well, we not allotted money for it, but we said we're going to allot money for it whenever we go. Yeah. So that we were like, okay, we're not going to stress out over prices. We know that everything's going to be super expensive already. Like making lightsabers like $200 and something, I think. We know that it's going to be like this much, so we're going to do this. We have this much money for it. I did not realize how fucking expensive Disney is. So going into the article a little bit, the cost for a ticket used to be like $3.50 in 1971, so that's about $22 in today's money. Not bad, not bad. Okay, I already know that. I already know from when I went at 14 that the tickets were a lot more than that. I think my dad, like through the military or something, got a bunch of like tickets for Disney.
You can, yeah.
Yeah. So the tickets are like very, very expensive right now. So the median household income in America for 2019 is about $68,703 or $5,725 per month. That's before taxes. And so, yeah, you got to and you got to spend that on like transportation, food, utilities, other stuff like that. So, Insider recently published a typical price breakdown for a family of four that visits Disney World for 5 days. So, Disney World's the one in Florida, right? Everybody
Yes.
that we watch a lot of YouTube channels who go, like, people who obviously have freaking the passes, the season passes to Disney World.
No,
Disneyland.
well, they do Disneyland
Disneyland
for the
in
most part.
California. And it's Ordinary Adventures on YouTube. And then there's Tashaopolis, she goes a lot. And
Yeah.
all of these YouTubers go. So
And then what is it? Star Wars Theory too.
we live vicariously through these people.
We do, yeah.
With the amount of lightsabers.
Like, oh my gosh!
Yeah,
they're going to see the thing.
The amount of
We gotta watch
lightsaber
it.
building videos we've seen, we just watch every different color that they do because they'll go like every freaking day.
We'll make breakfast and watch them.
Yeah. So we found they found the people from Business Insider found that tickets for everyone in a family of four would cost $2,316. That is 4 nights in a family suite at a budget hotel, $2,617. And the least expensive dining plan for everyone came in at $1,100. So obviously there's like ways around this stuff, I guess. I feel like there would be little like hacks and stuff. Like I'm sure on Twitter people have hacks for about everything. By the way, in the comments, if you're like a frequent Disney goer, like how do you kind of cut costs? Like what are your tips and tricks?
I feel like it's also different for people who live near there. Like the people like we were talking about who go there, they don't. I mean, they go there and they eat, but they don't need to do like a food plan or anything like that. You know, they just go there and visit.
Most of them eat though. I see them eat.
Well, no. I mean, like they don't have to
stuff
do
like
a
that.
food plan.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They don't have to get a place to stay because they already live nearby.
Yeah.
And they already have the season passes, and the season passes, as we know, cut down on a significant amount of the costs.
True.
Especially if you're going there several times a year.
Yeah, I do remember when we went that the things that we could get and do and eat were severely limited because we just didn't have a bunch of money. And so we weren't like spending. I am sure my parents spent like a crap ton of money on this, but like we were trying to be more budget friendly, so we didn't get like I don't know, we didn't get to go to the gift shop and do like massive amounts of things and stuff like that. And then when we were kids, actually, I lied to you. That's not the first time I ever went to Disney. Went to Disneyland Paris when we lived in Germany when I was a kid.
Oh,
We did. So my bougie ass is over here.
I went to.
I've never been
Paris.
to Disney. No, we went to Disneyland Paris. I hardly remember that trip, I have to be honest. I really don't remember that one. But we do have like a nice little souvenir book, and I got like a Native American, probably a white person dressed up like a Native American to sign my little autograph book. And that was about the only signature I had in there. But yeah, so we didn't get a whole lot of stuff. Coming back to the article, so the total cost for a family of four to go to Disney was about $6,033. That doesn't include airfare, transportation costs, snacks, souvenirs, parking fees, and extra meals not covered by a Disney dining plan. I wonder what the Disney dining plans actually look like to you.
Did I ever tell you that my entire family, my grandparents decided to take my entire family to Disney World when I was a kid?
Life of the rich and the famous.
And,
always complaining.
And my mom and dad decided that we weren't gonna do that, and all my cousins
baby.
and uncles, aunts, everybody went to Disney World without us, and I was always so jealous. That is why I got to go to Disney World, because my father promised us that we'd get to go at some point. And so when I was like 16,
Well, why couldn't
we
you
got
all
to
just
go.
They were paying for it, right?
When did the Wizarding World of Harry? Whenever they started the Wizarding World,
Baby,
that's when we got to go.
Were you an adult?
I was an adult then, but I mean that was still cool as
That
an
wasn't
adult.
Disney. That's Universal.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever been to Disney? Or is it,
Sorry, we went to both. We did
Okay.
a couple days Disney and like one day
Oh,
Universal.
y'all got money. You want to talk about a family of four? 4 kids and 2 adults and 2 theme parks, by the way.
No,
Where they
actually,
went to 2 theme parks.
It was just me and Jamie and my parents.
Really? Oh my god. I'm so sorry, Amanda and Tiffany. I did not
I know.
mean to
They were
absolve
very
you.
upset about that.
I would be freaking upset about that.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay. I'm sorry you didn't get to go when you were a kid, though. That was very sad. That's sad.
I mean, there's a lot of people who don't get to go as a kid.
Oh, yeah. Like, I knew tons of people who didn't get to go. We used to go to Six Flags, though, whenever we lived in Maryland. I thought Six Flags was like 10 times more fun than freaking...
Yeah, me too, because I thought that I really, now I get it.
Yeah.
There's theme parks, which is Six Flags, and then there's like entertainment parks or whatever, like it's Disney.
Yeah.
So Disney's for the family. Disney's a whole experience, while Six Flags is a whole thrill. You know?
I agree with that. And like Fiesta, Texas and stuff like that. It's a lot smaller, a lot different atmosphere.
I think that's the difference between them. Because I remember going and being like, oh, these rides aren't like super great or anything like that.
Yeah.
And just thinking, and it was like before I could drink or anything like that. And I think that a lot of people, there's different sides of it.
Yeah.
And I would really like for us to go there. And
I definitely want to. Yeah. Anybody in California want to go to Disney with us? Let's do that. Yeah. I probably will reach out like on Twitter and ask some of y'all. Hey, anybody want to go to Disney? Just so we have like friends or somebody to go with. But I mean, like, I hope you aren't a family of 4 who's gonna have to pay like $6,000.
Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It was a fun experience when I went, and I want to go again, especially knowing that the Galaxy's Edge thing. Mm-hmm. You know what? Guess what? What if they had an Allegasia from Eragon? Wouldn't that be fun? Like a little Allegasia land. I think people would love that. You could ride a dragon. Mm-hmm. You could ride a dragon, or you know who owns Buffy now? Disney. What about a little Sunnydale?
Where's the Sunnydale? Bring Sunnydale.
Mm-hmm. An interactive vampire slaying experience.
If I get to become a freaking slayer at Disneyland, I will get a season pass. I'll do it.
I would too.
Okay, so food prices alone are staggering, it says. A single meal at one of Disney's most popular restaurants costs $62, and a churro costs $6.19. Sorry, my dyslexia is getting me. $6.19. Is that a price of a churro? Churro's like what, $2-3?
I don't know in the States. I don't eat many churros in the States.
$5 for a bottle of water. That's the stuff I remember. All theme parks are like that though. Like, do you remember when we went to Six Flags? We went to Fiesta, Texas, when we first started dating, and we got like a single like refillable cup.
Mm-hmm. That was a big thing.
But you had to pay for no. We even like debated whether we were gonna get the cup or not. It was like we were broke by the end of the trip.
We've always done that because we did that with that, and then we did a cruise, and we should have gotten the drink package.
Yeah.
Let's just say I think the drink package is worth the money.
Yes. And so for 3 people to eat dinner cost about $120 to $130 a night. That's a lot. Has anybody ever been to a Texas Day Brazil? It costs us about $100. 150. How much we're drinking? I think how much we're drinking depends on like whether it's like 150 or they're about like $50 price of dinners, and we did that when we got engaged and stuff like that. So, and even Disney's value hotels meant to provide affordable lodging for cost-conscious families are now too expensive for many. This isn't really pop culture, is it?
Well, Disney's pop culture. It is, and I think I'm not sure. About where the article is getting at, but I do think that there has been, because we saw those videos about a huge line at Disney's, like lines to get into Disney, and I wonder whether these costs fluctuate based on demand.
So,
because if they fluctuate based on demand, then that kind of makes sense. Because there's a ton of people wanting to do that.
So they haven't even been doing fireworks during the pandemic and stuff, or since the pandemic, and so. Like the person who doing the article said that they like had such great memories of Disney and stuff like that, and wanted everybody to go, and everybody was like, "Oh, I don't want to pay $150 for a ticket," and they're like, "He's like, no, let's go. It will be worth it, I promise you." And by the end of the article, like the thing is like, it's actually too expensive now. Like it's the experience is kind of ruined because you're basically cutting off an arm in order to go. So rooms for like a budget hotel used to be, let's say, like $90 a night. It says now they start at $250 a night for 2 queen beds, and if multiple kids don't like sharing one bed, you need a place where a 5th person can sleep. The per night rate jumps to $581. Yeah.
So we can afford it.
We will be sleeping somewhere else off-site.
We're just gonna wait until this whole spike.
Did you
goes
ever
down.
see the Nickelodeon resorts that they used to advertise on Nickelodeon?
I always wanted to go to one of those.
I was obsessed. I wanted
That
to
is
go
the slime
so bad.
thing.
And now that I think about it, as an adult, when I think about water parks and stuff, I'm like, these are fucking disgusting. Like whenever we go to Six Flags and go to the water park, I'm like, I'm swimming in it. I'm gonna do it. I'm very hot.
You know
at the
what?
moment,
Water
but I'm
park
like,
is not
this
disgusting,
gross.
and I've worked at, and is
Schlitterbahn.
actually amazing, and even amazing to their employees.
Yeah.
Schlitterbahn. So we're gonna go to Schlitterbahn next time we go down to New Braunfels.
Yeah. So, yeah, but the Nickelodeon resorts, I was like obsessed with those. It's what's so crazy too is like seeing the videos on YouTube of like the abandoned like resorts or parts of Disney. And,
Oh
like, the
yeah,
people who
I
go
love
and
those.
explore those.
Or that guy who like is banned from Disney because he keeps on sneaking into those abandoned
It's
parts.
freaking creepy,
of
man.
Disney.
There's somebody who goes in who's done like a few videos.
And he
going
goes like
into
because they have like an underground thing too, and he goes into
Yeah.
that. How does he do that? I have no clue.
yeah.
If I knew his name, I would tell people. But I'm
know,
sure if you
bro, just search on
if you
YouTube.
Google it,
Exploring
you'll-
abandoned theme park, exploring abandoned parts of Disney World or Disneyland, and like it's just crazy. And some of the stories are crazy. There was one that I think like a little girl like died on one of the rides or something. I don't know. Some little girl died doing something, but it's like in one of the abandoned parts of the ride, and it's just creepy. It's so creepy, and like everything is still there, and you can go like look through the. I mean, you're not supposed to go, by the way. Don't do this. But you can go through like the offices, and they still have like files everywhere, and it's just like trashed and thrown out.
because
everywhere,
it's its own town, especially over there.
well, there was one they were trying to make an adventure island. I think one of them was like an adventure island they were trying to make, and I think it got abandoned or something. Gosh, I should have looked at this stuff up to get my facts straight on this one. But like that one is really creepy because they like abandoned it or something like that. So
Well,
yeah.
Was that it for the article?
I think that's it. Why are you ready for me to shut up?
No, I'm just ready to get to Kevin can F himself.
Yes, Alastair. Oh, yes. Okay. What's her name? Annie Murphy,
Yes.
the star of Schitt's Creek, who played Alexis, a little bit Alexis. Annie Murphy. She is in a new show, guys, called Kevin Can Fuck Himself. F himself.
F himself.
F himself. Let's be
And
PG.
we watched the first episode. What, yesterday?
Yeah.
Was it yesterday? That we watched the first episode, and it's really interesting because they're kind of breaking down the wife role in most sitcoms. I think, whereas because for the most part, the sitcoms really focus on the funny man husband, funny man dad, and this is it almost feels like they're filming 2 shows at once. One where Kevin is in the show and he is the funny man, and it feels like a
Give a
sitcom.
spoiler review or spoiler warning, man.
I haven't said any spoilers.
Okay, yeah. So we're counting down now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spoilers.
I'm not really gonna give too many spoilers.
I'm gonna give a couple. Okay, that's how
but-
talk about it.
I like that green. Anyways, but it feels like a sitcom whenever we're in a room with Kevin, right? But when we're not in a room with Kevin, or when we're just in a room with Annie Murphy's character, it's very drab. Like the cinematography completely changes.
Well, 'cause it's
even though
real
it looks
life.
like it's the same sets, it looks like it's real life. And
It goes. So it reminds me a lot of WandaVision, actually, because WandaVision kind of created these like sitcoms for herself to kind of live through and like kind of get through her own trauma handle her own emotions in order to cope. And this is kind of what Annie Murphy's character does. What is her name in this? We're gonna call her Alexis. This is what Alexis does in the show. Is she's kind of like whenever she's around Kevin, it turns into this sitcom setting, sitcom lighting. Fourth wall is gone. You hear a laugh track, and that's the only time we ever see Kevin too. It's like we don't see him.
Allison.
She's always an Allison, always an A, always an A. But we don't see Kevin ever in reality. We only see this like hyper realistic. I don't know what the fucking word is, but
we only see the sitcom version of it where he's supposed to be funny and she's supposed to be the strict wife. Oh my gosh, she's ruining everything because she's a woman. She's not even but she also does my laundry, right? So thank you for doing my laundry.
Well, no, and I don't think it tries to paint him in a way that's like, oh, quirky and zany sitcom and stuff like that. I think it's still doing a really good job of showing that he's like a pretty shitty fucking husband. It's just in her mind, she's kind of like, instead of just leaving the dude, right? She's like just chalking, or she's coping with it in her mind instead of like coping with it in real life and like addressing him about it and stuff like that.
Well, she's starting to realize that
she's having pretty like pretty dark like delusions too. She had like a delusion of like herself breaking a glass and then stabbing him in the neck with like one of the shards.
Well, because her fantasy was to be the perfect housewife, right? Yeah. Because that was what she felt like how her life was supposed to be, from what I got from it.
Yeah.
And slowly she's realizing that Kevin is kind of a bad person.
A butthole.
And that she kind of wants to kill him a little bit.
Yeah. We all been there, baby. How many times you want to kill me a day?
And she feels stuck in this situation. I can definitely feel where she feels stuck in this situation. But at the same time, she has all these people gaslighting her.
Is she like in New Jersey? Is that where she is? She's got like a New Jersey accent, but I don't know if
she's wherever they make sitcoms.
Yeah. So she's somewhere, but she's like in this town that nobody ever really leaves, and you know,
dead end job.
Yeah, everybody's doing drugs and stuff like that, and so that's pretty much where Allison is at this point in her life. But she's been putting money away, or she thinks they've been putting money away. She set up an account that they were supposed to be adding money to every single week, right? Every week is what I think she said.
Well, every paycheck, really.
Something like that, yeah. And so Kevin's been draining the account, or the account's been long drained, and like there's this woman who's like, I don't know, married to one of their friends or their brothers or something like that. I don't know, somebody that's kind of like in their close circle, and she's like,
she reveals the deets.
She reveals the deets to Allison. She's like, you know, you need to just get used to being here and stuff like that. And Allison's like, no, we're gonna leave. It's okay, we're gonna leave. And she's like, no, Kevin spent all the money. Well, the money's gone.
Because she wants to move to a nice place with a butler pantry.
She keeps having like these like fantasies of a new house and like getting to play this perfect wife in this new house with like white cabinets and like a nice house in her mind.
And I think Annie Murphy does really well in this role.
Yeah, I think she does.
But it's funny because recently we've been watching Kaylee Cuoco so much.
Oh my gosh, I'm back in it. Well, I could see Kaylee Cuoco do it.
That's why. Like I was thinking the same thing, but I love Annie Murphy. I really, really do. And I'm so glad she has this. And
I'm glad she's doing something so soon after Schitt's Creek ended too. Well, you know, I'm really happy to see that.
And the thing is, because I feel like right now she's kind of a commodity. And I really liked the pilot episode that we watched.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch it. They have 2 more episodes out right now. We're probably gonna watch those here soon.
We have to finish Love Victor.
we do have to. We have so much to watch.
We do.
Oh my gosh!
Finish Love Victor though, because I really want to talk about it on here. We just didn't do that this weekend.
No, so. We got busy with making all this and then watching 47 Meters Down. And
yeah.
It was a thing, but we're gonna finish Love Victor, and we want to watch a couple episodes of this too.
Yeah.
Because I really want to try to support the show. My only thing is that I think the show works really well as a miniseries. But I don't know how it's sustainable.
Is it supposed to be a miniseries, or is it supposed to be
I'm not sure.
Show? I thought it was a movie, to be honest. And then
I'm not sure is that how it's sustainable in the long run.
I understand.
You know, especially with a name Kevin can F himself. Once you kill him, what you can do now? What you can do? when they come for you.
You, David.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. So we're gonna be watching a bunch of different stuff though, and just this episode was just like kind of a banter, just like a train of thought, something. I don't know.
Do we got good banter?
We got good banter. Hey.
Speaking of, Love Island is the new episodes.
There's a lot though. I don't know if we can cover that one.
We might not cover that
maybe
that
like
one
weekly or something.
but I definitely want to watch it.
Yeah, but okay, we're gonna go. We got like no progress done on this painting, by the way. So
and I have to call a friend here soon.
Okay.
But this was amazing.
He has to leave, you guys. He's like,
oh,
I'm sorry. Bye.
I'm overbooked.
We will see you guys tomorrow, Tuesday morning. Thank you so much for checking into Coffee and Tequila, and let us know any topics you want us to cover. You got anything to say? Any parting words?
Have a splendid week, and
hope your Monday's a little bit better because of us.
Yes.
I'm gonna have a video out this week. I think either Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. I'm gonna have a video out. New vlog, guys. New vlog. We're gonna start vlogs back up. So,
vlog it up.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. Have a great week and
goodbye.
Goodbye.